Hey man, what it is, this is Deem and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. There go to PayPal, at Deem by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated. Y'all, I am sickened to my stomach with boxing and the boxing community. Y'all know Shakur Stevenson. I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan, but I keep telling y'all I won't lie for him like these other YouTube channels do because they want to keep a relationship with the man, because they want to do interviews with the man, because they want to be on the man good side. That is not me. That's what separates Dame from y'all. We are not alike. You are not as thorough as me. Why? Because if Gervonta Davis would have announced Corona, I would have been doing the same exact thing. Unlike you Earthmen that will sit up there and try to defend this. But then got the nerve to sit up there and ask who is Tank fighting. Somebody better than Corona, I promise you. The boy name is not Corona, but it's spelled almost exactly like that. Don't know, but y'all, Shakur Stevenson is fighting. I don't know the boy name and I don't care. His name is Corona. That's the boy name. He just got knocked out his last fight and he's coming from 130. He's not even a 135 pounder. We thought at worst we would get Mark Chamberlain. That hasn't even happened. But they kept sitting up there saying that Shakur ain't get an offer when I've been telling y'all Shakur been behind the scenes making deals already. Why would I offer somebody something when I know he has a fight? Y'all not behind the scenes as much as Tank and everybody else is, people. It's a reason why Shakur Stevenson said Tank is not ducking me. Oh yeah, all the people that's listening to this video, before you sit up there and say, Dean, you're a Shakur said Tank not ducking him. I don't care about your opinion. Shakur said that recently, like a week ago at that. I got Shakur Stevenson fans that I got respect for that sat up here and is trying to defend this nonsense. And they don't even want to see the fight. Y'all, oh my God. You can't make this up. This is sad. Shakur fans, but y'all was talking about Devin. Everybody Devin has fought in his last 5 fights has been better than Corona. Devin Fort Ryan, Devin Fort Loma, you're fighting Arthur and Corona in 2024. I'm done, bro. Don't mention Gervonta. Don't mention resumes. Don't mention none of that. Shakur talking about he chasing the bag. What bag is, bro? If y'all sit up there and think that Shakur is an undercard, he is a co-main event and is getting this big bag to fight Corona, you are out your mind. I guarantee his bag not even bigger than the guarantee he would have got for fighting Gervonta Davis. Well, Dean, Tank ain't sending the offer. Tank ain't, first of all, you don't know that. You're just saying that. You don't know that. Because y'all be the same people that say, well, Shakur said it. You know what else Shakur said? Tank not ducking him. So throw all of that out then. How would Shakur know that Tank is not ducking him if he's never heard back from the PBC? Somebody answer the question. One of you Earthmen answer the damn question. How would Shakur Stevenson know that Gervonta is not ducking him if he haven't talked to the PBC? Shakur went and talked to Shakur lied and said that he was going to talk to every promotional company, but it is a fact he didn't talk to PBC. Not about just Gervonta and that fight, about him signing with PBC, period. He's never had that meeting with them. I am highly disappointed in Shakur. You can't talk about Tank don't take risk and all this. He ain't fight Edwin. Why he fighting Frank? Both Edwin and Frank are 10 times better than Corona. You got Shakur Stevenson fans, y'all, that are sit up here and try to defend this and they don't even want to see the fight. How can you defend something you don't even want to see? But mad at me for talking about it. I'm supposed to knob gobble like you do. I am not you. I don't want to interview from Shakur. I don't want to be cool with Shakur. You know why? Because even from people, Hey, y'all, it's a YouTube channel out here. I ain't going to say his name, but there's a YouTube channel out here who's the biggest Shakur Stevenson fan and told me that he don't even like Shakur outside of boxing. He said that Shakur is a crappy person in real life. His words, not Dean's. His words, not Dean's. Y'all so fake out here, dog. Like, I understand why all these YouTube channels. You see Showbiz, y'all. Showbiz came at me just to be sounding like Dean when it come to Tank, when it come to Devin fans and Gervonta Davis. Now Gervonta's amazing because he getting paid from the PBC. Y'all, man, boy. If Tank do fight Edwin De Los Santos, that's a better fight than Corona. That'll be Shakur Stevenson's biggest competition, Edwin De Los Santos, and y'all had a nerve to criticize Gervonta if he fight the man. The same man that Shakur said he would never fight. The same man that Shakur Stevenson said he is not taking a risk because he choosing Frank over him, but Shakur was taking a risk by fighting the guy that Frank Martin beat. Oh, I'm passionate today. I've been chilling for a couple days, y'all, because I've been going through a lot. So I'm not in the mood. You come in my comments today and talk crazy, you're going to get talked crazy to. Promise you. Y'all defending this? Yo, all the 135 pounders in the world, take Gervonta Davis' name out of it. Corona is not even a 135-pound fighter. Raymond Maritala? No Raymond Maritala. What about Tevin Farmer? Oh, no Tevin Farmer. Okay, what about Mark Chamberlain? No Mark Chamberlain. What about Kid Austin? No Kid Austin. What about Williams Zapata? No Williams Zapata. What about Lomachenko, the guy you was arguing about that said he wasn't motivated? Okay. No. What I come to realize, y'all just hate Gervonta Davis, bro. And the saddest part, y'all, if Gervonta Davis would have announced Corona, oh my God. See, this is the problem I have. Y'all put people on Gervonta Davis level, but you don't hold them to the same standard. You can't have both. Either don't put them on his level or hold them to the same exact standard that you hold Gervonta Davis to. Because if Gervonta Davis would have announced Corona, the world would have failed. You wouldn't have been able to get YouTube channels to stop talking about it. I am highly disappointed, Shakur. Shakur, guess what? Corona is not better than Frank Martin, Ryan Garcia, Pitbull Cruz, De Los Santos, Kid Austin, Mark Chamberlain, name them. Raymond Maritala, Tevin Farmer. I don't care who you name. Because guess what, y'all? He's not even a 135-pounder, and he just got knocked out his last fight. Shakur Stevenson to be fighting two guys that came off of losses, y'all. Y'all do understand that, right? Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis just beat two undefeated fighters his last two fights. Actually, I think his last, besides Pitbull, I think his last 5 fights, they've been undefeated fighters when Tank fought them. You know what this video is about for all you Shakur people that's trying to defend him? Would you be defending Tank if he announced Corona? If the answer is no, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Well, Dean, he ain't sent Shakur an offer. And Shakur also said that Tank wasn't ducking him. So if Tank never sent him an offer, right? And Shakur calls Loma and everybody else, Williams, he just called Williams Zapata a duck. Why is he calling everybody else a duck but Gervonta? If I'm wrong for making this video. What Charlie Clips do? Y'all so fake, dog. I lost a lot of respect for people today, and it is so sad. I really lost a lot of respect for people today, man. And boxing, period, dog. Because I see people trying not to criticize this as much because they want to have interviews. This is why I would never do interviews with boxers, y'all. If I do an interview, it'll be with one person, and that's a homie of mine that I actually know in real life. Name won't be mentioned, but he's a world-class fighter, and if you know me, then you know who that is. I'm good off y'all, dog. Straight up, y'all bad for boxing trying to sit up here and defend this. Shakur, why the hell would you go with Eddie Hearn and we told you he don't have no 135-pound fighters for you? We told you Eddie Hearn don't got no 135-pound fighters and you still went over there. after lying and saying he would see what everybody had to offer. Now, y'all came at me for talking about him going to PBC, right? Dean, why you got to go to PBC? Let me ask y'all a question. He signed a one-fight deal with Matchroom. Don't you think a fight with Edwin De Los Santos, Frank Martin, and Gervonta Davis on a 3-fight deal will be much better than this? Than Arthur and Corona? So who are you going to give him next? Mark Chamberlain? Do not be surprised if Shakur Stevenson be fighting Mark Chamberlain in the beginning of 2025. Y'all want to put the onus on Tank. The problem is Shakur took that from y'all because Shakur said he's not ducking him. That's what Shakur said. And Shakur's grandfather said the same thing. What you want me to do? Argue with Shakur. Don't argue with me. Go to Shakur Stevenson and ask him, is Tank ducking you or not? I bet you won't get a response because I've been asking him that for a week now. Again, Shakur fans, how would Shakur know that Tank wasn't ducking him if he's never heard back from him? Yeah, that don't make sense. It's like your kid got chocolate chip cookies, got chocolate on his mouth, and say that they ain't still the cookies. Which one is? Oh, you ain't eat cookies? Well, why your breath smell like cookies and you got chocolate on your mouth? I'm so disappointed in y'all. I am so disappointed in Shakur. I am disappointed in Eddie Hearn. I am disappointed in boxing as a whole. This is why the last couple of days I've been chilling, because I knew y'all was going to do this. I told y'all this was going to happen, that Shakur Stevenson is going to, why the hell is you with Eddie Hearn? You better off being at top rank. He ain't fighting Barinchek, Keyshawn Davis. I ain't even named Keyshawn because we all know he's not going to fight him neither. Abdullah Mason, and so many other 135 pounders you could have fought in October, but you got Corona, a guy I have never heard of, y'all. I will not lie to you and act like I have heard of this man. I have never heard of this man. But they said, well, Tank brought people up from 130. Oh, you want to criticize Tank about doing it, but at least Tank was bringing up champions. Yeah, Tank was bringing up champions. Yep. And actually, when Tank fought Leo Santa Cruz, he put his 135 belt on the line and fought him at 130. In order for that to be the same thing as Gervonta, Shakur would have to go down to 130 to fight Corona. Y'all are sad. Y'all are some earthmen. I am highly disappointed in Shakur Stevenson. I am still a fan of you, my guy. I won't do what these other YouTube channels do, though, bro. I won't lie for you. I asked your fans all day on Twitter, so you want to see this fight? They all said no. They just try to redirect it back to Tank. But then when I say that Shakur said Tank ain't ducking him, don't nobody got a Deem, I just hope no, it ain't no Deem nothing. Gervonta Davis was officially ducked by Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko in 2024. I keep telling y'all, they are not fans of these fighters. They are Gervonta Davis haters. And I keep telling y'all that, but it's all good, y'all. Like, y'all got to understand, y'all, for me to make a video like this about somebody I like Shakur Stevenson. I don't care what Shakur say. You don't like me because you criticize me. I don't like what you're doing. You're fighting Corona and Arthur, my guy. You want me to be happy with that. Middle finger to you, my dude. If you think that I'm going, you my little bro. You a young boy to me. You're not going to sit up there and act. Man, you out your mind? You a young boy to me. Not vice versa, my guy. Want to talk about business and you ain't in making the right business. I guarantee you that PBC, those 3 fights would generate way more than all 3 of them. Frank Martin, De Los Santos, Gervonta Davis all make more money than him versus Corona. And guess what, y'all? He would have been a main event on there. He chose not to fight Tank to go be a co-main. Are y'all serious? Are you serious? Oh, yeah, y'all, I told y'all this was going to happen 2 weeks ago. I told y'all this was going to happen 2 weeks ago. Well, Dean, just wait for it to happen, Dean. Dean, you don't know what's going to happen, Dean. I do know what's going to happen. Shakur Stevenson called Loma a duck. Shakur Stevenson called Williams Zepeda a duck. Shakur Stevenson called Kid Austin a duck. But you know who he didn't call a duck? Mm-hmm. 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 And I don't want to hear y'all say, well, Dean, that's because he's trying to get the fight. Ryan Garcia was calling Gervonta Davis a duck and still got the fight. Rolly Romero was calling Gervonta Davis a duck. Didn't he get the fight? Yeah, so I don't want to hear that excuse neither. I am highly disappointed. Anybody who tries to defend this, don't mess with me. I'm good off you, bro. We ain't cool. We ain't nothing. You try to defend this, and I'm good off you, bro. Because it's easy to do it when it was Devin. Devin has fought better competition than Shakur Stevenson, and that is a fact. Nobody in Devin last 4 fights. Everybody in Devin last 4 fights is better than Arthur and Corona. He couldn't afford George Kambosos. We would have rather him see what happened to George Kambosos, y'all. Y'all know what this is, though, right? Dean, by any means. And I holla at y'all. Earthmen.